Hello everyone and welcome back to Sam's Crafty Castle. Today I have a company spotlight for you with Kit and Clowder, which is an online coloring class website based in Australia. It's run by this lady named Alice and she's really sweet and super nice. And there's also a Kit and Clowder Facebook group, which is a whole lot of fun too. So Kit and Clowder offers these online coloring classes for alcohol markers, watercolor, and color pencil, and there's different themes to each class. So like here I'm kind of showing off the skin and hair class a little bit, and there's flowers and clothing and animals and everything. They also offer sort of a monthly subscription class where for so much money a month, I think it's about $20 US, that you can learn all kinds of different techniques and you get sent a different product every month, and it's just really cool. I'm working my way slowly through the permanent classes, if you will, right now, and then I might think about doing the monthly subscription when I run out of permanent classes, but these take me a while to finish, so it'll be a while before I start doing the monthly classes. And those of you who've been following along on the blog know the last thing I need is another monthly thing to keep up on. So for now, these permanent classes will do, and I'm still learning a lot doing them. So I want to say that each of the permanent classes costs about $50 USD. Of course, it's kind of contingent on what the currency conversion rate is at the time. I think when I bought mine, I think I got it for 52. I think 51 or 52, I'm not really sure. And then I've been working on this class now for probably almost a year, if not more than that, because this is actually my second and a half time through it. The first time I tried to do it in markers and pencils at the same time, like I do one image in markers, one image in pencils, and I was getting sad and frustrated because I felt like I wasn't getting both lessons like in each image. I was like, oh, I might learn how to do straight hair and pencils, but then learn how to do curly hair and markers, and I really wanted to learn it both ways, even though the skills are transferable either way. But I really wanted to practice both ways would probably be the more accurate statement. So I went back, kind of gave up that one halfway through, and then went back and started over and did the whole class through in pencils, and now I'm currently working on getting the whole thing through in markers. And then once I finish this, I will look at starting to buy another class at some point. So right now I'm working on this. I should have showed off my binder in this video too. I have a binder with all of my Kit and Clowder stuff in it, and all of my coloring stuff in general in it, and I should have showed that off in this video, but I don't think I had it done when I filmed this, now that I'm thinking about it. I think I made it after I filmed this video. So basically what you do is you go online and you buy a class, and then within a day or two you get an invite to the classrooms, and then once you get that invite you can go in and start your class. I print the practice pages, and then you can also print the booklet. I do recommend getting it printed though if you can. I printed it on my own the first time, and I also printed two of them, but I printed it on my own, well, two different classes I should say. I printed two different classes the first time, and I like wiped my printer out of ink, so probably get it printed if you can sling that. Or print it in black and white, I guess. I don't know. I really wanted it in color. And you don't have to print it either. You can totally save it to like your iPad or something. And the books are always available online as well. But I wanted a hard copy of them, so I printed it. And yeah, it was a lot of ink. So I have a little binder now that has my free intro class, which I'll talk about in a second, and my skin and haircut class in all 3 attempts. I put all 3 times I've done this, or all 2.5 times I should say, all 2.5 attempts in that binder, so that we can, and it gives me something to look back on and be like, oh look how much better I've got. I've got color combination sheets in there. I've got, maybe I'll do another video on like my coloring binder at some point, because I like it a lot, even if it's only halfway done right now. Alice also offers a bunch of freebies on her website. So I think the biggest freebie that she has that I am straight in love with is conversion charts between every single brand. So there's Copic to pencils, and there's pencils to Copic and Spectrum, and Bro markers and Prismacolors to polychromos and like everything. So if you're on Pinterest, because if you go on Pinterest and you look up like coloring Copic combinations or Prismacolor combinations or whatever, you're gonna actually find a ton of stuff. And sometimes it's frustrating though, because you're like, oh, I really like that, and I wish I could do it in marker, or I wish I could find that color combination in pencil or whatever. And those charts will really help guide you to like finding the right color, which is really nice. And then she also has a free class if you just want to give it a try and see if you like the format and everything like that. Also, once you pay for a class, you get private tutoring, which is really cool. You just upload a picture, and then I also respond to you, and you guys can work together to try and solve like a problem, or she'll be like, hey, maybe try this next time, or you did this really well. Like one time I did it, and she was like, just work on your technique a little bit, but your light source looks great, which was nice to hear, because I was more worried about the light source than at the time. I thought that was really bad. But she was like, no, that's great. Just work on, so now like you feel confident in that you have that, and work on your technique a little bit more. There's the Facebook group where she has giveaways and we play games, and there's a book club, and people post pictures and she shares tips, and it's just a whole lot of fun. So I really, really, really encourage you to check out Get in Clowder if you have the chance. Check out their monthly classes, check out their permanent classes, check out the Facebook group, check out the free classes, and come hang out with us. And I hope to see you around. And I'll have links to the website and the Facebook group and everything down in the description below. And have a crafty day.